5. But my GM's all new this year, so let's talk about some of the other stuff that you guys have added that will give the player new experiences this year with 2K25.
The first thing that comes to mind is our really cool MyGM Center. When you go and get tasks, you're actually going to be inside of your office. You'll be able to navigate over and have a discussion in person. It's really going to make it feel more immersive so that you are the GM.
And what's the dialogue options like this year when you're going back and forth with different personnel in the organizations? What can players expect in terms of the options that may become available to them as they progress in their GM career?
And whoever you're talking with is going to have something that they want. And at some point, you're going to have a decision HUD, and those decisions are going to depend on what your attributes are. If you have really high attributes, you'll be able to pick a lot. However, you do have chat points as well that you can use to kind of bridge the gap. We want to make sure that maybe if you want to kind of explore a little bit and see like, well, you know, I'm playing like this really strong quant and I'm really good with spreadsheets, but I'm seeing all these really cool charisma options. What if I could pick some of those? Well, chat points will be the answer to help you pick one occasionally, or maybe help you for your next playthrough on what do you want to go next time.
And how will players be able to earn chat points this year?
One of the backstories is able to get them back more quickly, but in general, you only have a set amount for the year. We really wanted to make sure that the starter perks and the exclusive perks felt really unique and experience defining and make you want to go and try other variants.
Another important thing is hiring a good staff for your team based on your decisions. So how does hiring staff work in 2K25?
Oh, it's great that you asked. We've actually greatly simplified things. We used to have different department heads. You would go and hire a bunch of individual coaches. You know, you'd have a shot doctor. You know, you'd have a physio trainer. But now we've condensed all of those, so you only have to worry about the heads of departments, and we have what are called bonus staffers. Bonus staffers you can freely distribute towards any of the departments, and it's just going to make.
Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports for the NBA. We're all dressed up and ready to go. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup, Conley and Edwards are the guards. McDaniels is out there with Randall, and it's Gobert in at the pivot, manning the middle. And for the Thunder, Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. Hardaway is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Holmgren in at the 5, roaming the paint. Well, Greg, we know time marks the end of the year, the calendar year, but we're still in the thick of this NBA season.
No doubt, Kevin. And for teams that aren't doing it as well, this is a good opportunity to reset. Leave all your troubles in last year and usher in the new one with a new mindset. And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine where that scoreboard's going to light up.
And once he got... to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people. People thought he would be.
Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside Williams. Now the pass to Hardaway. Over Edwards. again, Oklahoma City, no good. And now the latest from a reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Mark Dagnall, and I got it. To talk a bit. The first thing Coach brought up, Rudy Gobert, the multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year. Worried about Rudy's length, of course, saying it causes total havoc around the rim. So the counter is lots of threes and avoiding Gobert in the lane. The French center still with a massive effect on the game plan. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. That one is no good.
A superstar level talent for sure. Anthony Edwards is awesome, but I like his competitive spirit as much as his skills. Watch out now, when this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Hits the three-point bomb.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Hardaway. 6 points for him. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Hardaway's got 9.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
They grab their own miss. Out to Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
You can see how Edwards has really developed and worked on his handle. It's become a strength of his game.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now here's Gobert. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
A crafty scorer. Conley makes the most of his opportunities down low.
Clark, if you had one word to describe Mike Conley, what would it be?
Reliable, steadfast, dependable. I know that's 3, but I wanted to give you 3 different words I could use to describe him. Only 2 seasons in his whole career has he not played at least 50 games. That speaks to durability and professionalism.
Timberwolves trail by 6. So the Timberwolves call their first timeout. They couldn't put the pieces together. Losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
Yeah, they looked distracted, far off, distant. I mean, it seemed like their heart wasn't in it to try to win that game.
And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Holmgren. Aaron Wiggins comes in for Williams. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Dort. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Caruso. Following the miss by Julius Randle. Here's Hartenstein. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Well, you can't give him any room to maneuver on the board because once he does, he's going to make you pay.
Here's Alexander Walker. Covered by Joe. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer. And there's another one for the Thunder.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Here's Alexander Walker. after the made shot from Hardaway. Another miss by Minnesota. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Joe Good.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now here's Randall. Still scoreless. Reed misses.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside Hardaway. 5 on the clock. Launches a three. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage of both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And so it's Oklahoma City. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we're getting back for the Thunder. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Holmgren. Williams comes in for Jalen Williams. And Hardaway is subbed in for Cason Wallace. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Randall's checked in for Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for Naz Reid. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for McDaniel. And it's Mike Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. So on the floor for Minnesota, Conley and Edwards are the guards. Joe Ingles is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Randall in at the 5 spot.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Hardaway for 3. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mr. Clutch in their last game against Memphis was dominant. He had 44 points, and as we've come to expect, he filled it up from three-point range whenever he could. Incredible effort on his part. We'll see if tonight means more of the same. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Here's Randall. Out to Conley. The 3 ball. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him. And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Lets it go from deep. That one misses. The Thunder leading by 17. Hardaway from outside, and the Thunder another 3.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Fires the 3. Beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in and get off a shot he feels confident about, that's good work.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Thunder out in front, just dominating this one. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What can you say, Mr. Clutch? An impressive effort here today.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
The post pair form will be Williams and Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Hardaway. And it's Dort in at the small forward position. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Now Hardaway. He's got 36. Williams kicks to Dort. Hardaway against Edwards. And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Pass to Gobert. Holmgren with the steal. To the inside, Hardaway. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 assists in the game. Conley with it. Dort covering. To end the run. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you very much. Jaden McDaniels has become an X factor for the Wolves. Mike Conley says, we know what he does defensively, but the offense that he can bring for us balances our unit. It's much needed. Guys tend not to think of him as an offensive player, but he does have that in his game. Kevin?
But I love the reference to an X factor. He definitely is that. All right, David, thank you. Hardaway, no good.
And, you know, that's their first miss after knocking down 4 in a row to start the half.
Here's Edwards. That shot off. Nice defense from Dort.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And how about the energy from SGA? He gets after it on the backboard as well.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. Down low. And Gobert with the basket on the assist from Edwards.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by the Thunder. You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Over in the corner, Randall. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Oklahoma City has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And there it is for him. Hardaway has got 48.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Inside, here's Edwards. Gobert trying to get open. And Edwards is right there.
Edwards using that 40-inch vertical to throw it down. That's how you crash the offensive glass.
Edwards against Hardaway. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Anthony Edwards. The Thunder shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
You know, this season versus last, they've seen a decrease in their success at the free throw line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Wiggins comes in for Williams. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dort. Here's DiVincenzo. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Hartenstein's got his 5th rebound in this one. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Hardaway. To the paint. Over in the corner, Caruso. From 17 feet out. Count that one. Caruso's got his first basket of the night.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
Hardaway against DiVincenzo. Here's Hardaway. Non-stop scoring machine here. Beyond the arc. And good! There's another.
Once again, he's hit the 50-point mark as he continues to be a force of nature this season.
This performance, GA, has tied him for third most 50-point games in a season. He keeps just delivering one great performance after another.
I can't believe he has matched Kobe's 10 games of 50 points. Just shows the level of greatness we are witnessing this season.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today. As we get going, and a look at the... Go all in before the toughest penalties take effect.
Yeah, you know, the frozen pick provision kicks in next season, and the season after that, luxury taxes ramp way up. Powerhouse teams trying to make hay while the sun shines is a pretty good strategic business move, but the landscape is certainly changing.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA.